On 1st and 10, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 18.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 10.
Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. They go play action with Burrow. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 26 yards. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell does. Sides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On the give, this is Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
On 1st down, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Ready?
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Burrow on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Saints back at the 31. On second down, here's Mixon. Down to about the 22 here. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Rams 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Stafford. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none two plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's going to air one out.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's good for an LA Rams. First and 10.
On first down at Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 30.
Second down at 4.
A 6-yard gain brings up second and 4.
57. Mike, 57. Right here. That's what I do.
A give running right is Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Let's get it. Mark 55.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll look to run with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Rams 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Shrugs him off. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 3rd down, Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. All right, right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown, Bengals! C.J. Uzomah, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
38, Rams 13.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Stafford over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike, 55. 55. Hey, eat. I got him. Mike, 55.
Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for an LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Stafford on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's another Rams 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
64 yards. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Sam Hubbard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. 29 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And that's out quickly to Chase. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing again is Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Easy. Check 55, Mike. Stay with your man. Mike 55.
To the air again, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. There he goes right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Howell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing